quality is really good. You guys can see that. The audio on this is really strong. It's really quiet. You can't hear the fans that much. We got the Nintendo Switch on the corner. We got a dancer here, and we're going over all the sections. So just to let you know that you can have karaoke parties, you could have game parties, game night. You could do movie night. You do anything what you want with this. Today we're gonna bring another projector. Now this is a pretty light projector, really small projector. We're gonna take a look at it and see what you get. But just to let you guys know, the vendor was kind enough to send this out for us for review. So we're gonna take a look at it and see what you get. Right now you get a manual, you get an HDMI cable. These are actually analog lines, analog cables that you have on older machine, like say you have an older display that requires red, white and yellow, then you will require this one. They give you the power source, and they also include the remote. So we're gonna take a look at the actual features itself, but we're gonna take a look at the box first. So let's go ahead and take a look at the box. All right, in the back of the box you have an IR connection. So if you have the remote in the back of it, you could remote to it. Of course, a power connection and plenty of there's speakers in here. They're not as loud as you want them to be, but they're perfect if you're really close by the air. Now let's take a look at the actual features it has. All right here you have an SVG connection. This is pretty much an older connection for computers. If you have a computer, you want to connect it to it, you want to display maybe you want to take this out to present a presentation or something, you can do that. Now it gives you a USB, and this is a great option because you can pretty much upload all your movies and everything you have, even your presentations, and put them in here and display them. Music the same way. A lot of people use this for karaoke. They upload their own karaoke music that they download on YouTube, and they just put it in here and they play them around. Now another great option is that they give you the HDMI, the newer generation, and then here, if you guys can see, a micro SD card. If you guys can see it, really tiny. So if you have a little micro SD card from your phone and you want to transfer some pictures and want to rotate, you can do that. You got the audio connections 3.5, but one's the audio and the other one's the AV. All right, that's for the older generation of systems we have. Now, if you change it to the front, it's 1080 maximum resolution for gaming, karaoke, home theater. This is perfect for you guys want to watch, and it works in the daylight and it works at night. So we're going to take a look at that part. Now in front of it, they also give you an IR connection, so you could be either in the back or in the front with the remote control. Now if you happen to lose the remote, it's no problem. All the functions are right here. If you guys can see, all the functions are right in display, right in the front. Right now we have the power button, the source button, you got the right and OK key, and then the left, and then return. So very simple, easy to use. The menu itself, it's very self-explanatory. The source itself, how to move from place to place, is very easy to do. Now if you see this top area here, this is pretty much to actually change the wall size. You can actually change and manipulate some of the settings on the actual display here. It will rotate into a certain angle, right? So this is pretty good if you have a wall that expands larger, and this is something you have to use in here. But out of the box, it works great. There's only one area to function, and this is pretty much to focus area. Pretty much the further you are away, and then you got to mess around with the actual focus, and that's it. So this could go a maximum of 200 inches. So if you have a projector screen that could display up to 200, this will be the maximum, of course. The best way to display this system itself, it would be a nice dark area so you could see all the functions and highlight and all the great video quality that you can see. Now underneath there is an actual leveling, all right? So if it's not level and you want to lift it a little higher, you can do that. It's a little twist knob, if you guys can see that. It's ready to mount on a tripod. If you have a tripod, balance it out, easy to set up. All right, so we're gonna play a USB, and it automatically found a USB. So we're gonna play a movie from the USB, and we're gonna check out the USB, and then you guys can see it. We're gonna go in there. We're gonna play a 4K video, and I'm gonna turn it down. I don't want to get monetized. That was pretty loud. So we completely muted the whole system, but look at the quality of the actual video. And right now we have all lights off right now, as you can see right now. There's no blurriness, no nothing, no pixelation or anything like that. It's actually coming up pretty good. We're gonna turn a light on right over it. All right, so see how it is. And this is what the actual light on, if you guys can see it. So this light is actually doing the work, but we're gonna explain to you a little bit that you can do this on a daylight, even in daylight. Like giving you guys an example, only one light we have here, and it's actually looking pretty good. We can still see the movie, but it's best enjoyable if it's completely dark. So you can enjoy your movies, you can enjoy your gaming, your karaoke, pretty much anything. All right, this is what you get when you come in here. If you guys notice, we have photos, music, movie, or settings. Right now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to actually settings. We're gonna go to inputs, all right? So we got a control here. Go inputs, and we're gonna choose HDMI, and it's because we're gonna put a Nintendo Switch on it. If you guys can see it, and we have audio. We have audio. It's at 70, and we're getting the audio out of here. And this is with the lights on, all right? This is with the lights off, and we do have one light in here, but we're gonna turn it off in a bit. Let's go to settings. Under settings, you can widen the actual image. You can stretch it out. You can lower it down. Picture, color, temperatures, as the ratio and rotation. You can pretty much reduce the size of it and play around with how you tilt it. So there is a tilting. If you guys can see that, and it's right here. It's right in front of it. I'm just showing you how to do it. Turn it off. You hit power one off. And then it's asking, do you want to hit it? Hit it again, and it turns off completely. It goes very quiet. Very simple to use.